I'm going to bet $1 that you're going to love this trick. It is absolutely one of the best prediction tricks that you can do. Super simple prediction trick. You can do it anytime, anywhere, any deck of cards. Let's get into it. So you're going to get the cards shuffled up. Spectator mixes the cards, completely shuffle deck, no setup. And then you say, I'm going to make a prediction. And you say, no, actually, you know what? I'm going to write it down. So at this point, you take something like this, a piece of paper, whatever you want. I'm gonna use a dollar bill because I'm feeling adventurous, and you write the prediction on the dollar bill. Okay. So the right prediction on the dollar bill, I'm gonna put that under there, and I promise it will never leave your sight. Okay. So now you say to the spectator, right, I have no idea of the month you were born in. So what I'd like you to do is, when I turn my back, I want you to take that many cards that correspond to the month you were born in from the top of the deck. So in other words, you would go something like this. Say you were born in March, right? You would go January, February, March, right? You take those cards, you would hide them in your pocket. So at that point, you turn away and you have the spectator do this. Now let's imagine they were born in July. So when your back's turned, they would do something like this. January, February, March, April, May, June, July. And then they would put the cards in the pocket, right? And then you turn back around and you have no idea, obviously, the number of cards that they took. You say, also using your birthday, because it's a very powerful date, I would like you to look at or remember the card that falls on the month of your birth. So in other words, I'm going to go through the cards now. Just remember the card that falls in the month you were born. And you show them the cards like this. So January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Now they would be thinking of this card at that point. Remember, they're just thinking about it, so that they would be memorizing that. So that's their card, the selected card, two of clubs. They're just thinking of that card, July. August, September, October, November, December, right? So at this point, these are put back and you say, I'm going to turn my back, just put the cards in your pocket back, so we're playing with a full deck. And so they would return these cards like so. And you say, right, we've never met before. There's no way I could know the month you were born in. There's no way I can know how many cards you put in your pocket. There's no way I can know the name of the card that you are just thinking of right now. But before we started, I made a prediction. How impossible is this? Before we started, I made a prediction. Okay, it's been in full view for the entire time. For the first time, I'm going to show you that I predicted the King of Spades. And they're going to look at you like, no, that's completely wrong, Matt. You say, no, that's not your card. But it's a feeling about a coincidence that I think is going to happen. So check this out. If we leave this here, remember King of Spades, at that point you have them cut the deck. So they can cut wherever they want, okay? You can ask them which half they want to use. So let's say they say this half. You say, fantastic, we're going to turn this face up like so. And we're just going to deal out the cards. So we're going to deal the two piles one at a time, okay, together like this. And we're just going to see what happens. As we deal the cards like so, you can see that the cards are completely mixed. And you chose a card based on your birthday. This is really, really interesting, because if we deal the cards out like so, we come to the King of Spades. But the card that has appeared right at the same point as the King of Spades, I wonder. For the first time, you have them name the card. What was the name of your card? You turn this over and it will always be the selected card. It is an absolutely beautiful prediction trick. One of my favorites, super easy to do. Let's get into it. If you like the video, don't forget to like the button. If you really like it, you can hit the hype button and that really boosts the video. So if you're pumped about it, I'd appreciate that. And also, if you're not already, don't forget to subscribe. We do new awesome tricks like this every single week. Now this is a brilliant prediction trick you can do anytime, anywhere, even with a horrible grubby deck of cards that someone gives you, which is most of the time when I use this. So you're gonna get the cards mixed up, okay? So genuinely, spectator mixes and shuffles the deck. There's absolutely no setup. When you get the cards back, you say, I'm going to make a prediction. I'm going to get the impression about something that's going to happen later. And what you need to do, it's very, very simple. All you need to do is to remember the 13th card from the face of the deck. Now, I don't want to go through the cards like this one at a time. For one, I'm going to have the cards towards myself so they can't see what I'm up to. And also, to make it less obvious that I'm counting, I'm just going to push 2 cards at a time. So I'd go 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, right? I do this with the cards towards myself so they can't see what is happening. I'd remember the 13th card, obviously in this case the 3 of diamonds. I would continue spreading. I would up jog a card. I'd say I'm going to make a prediction. Actually, you know what? And it's almost like I've changed my mind. I push that back into the deck. It's almost like we've not started yet. And I would write down my prediction on whatever you want. Now, you can write it on a piece of paper. I like money because it's good for thumbnails. Wink. Okay, so you're going to write your prediction on anything that you've got. So in this case, I would write, and you don't let them see it. You do this thing where, you know, like when you were in school and you're trying to stop people copying your answers. Right, so I've just wrote the card that I saw that was at the 13th position. I've wrote that on my prediction like this, and you fold that up like this. And I like to place it under a glass because presentation is everything, right? It makes it now something special. If you're just hanging out on a table, yeah, whatever. But also, if you do something like that, then it makes it, you know, the presentation is nicer. So you're going to fold it up like so, and it just creates a moment of mystery, an isolated prediction that you can't get to. So now you're well ahead. You know, we've not even started and you're well ahead. So now we're going to have the spectator choose a card using a really cool mathematical principle. We're going to get in that right now. By the way, just to let you know, I am doing a live stream masterclass. It is going to be on the 24th of June. It is the session where you get to come and hang out with me live, and I teach you my absolute best material. Stuff that I don't teach on YouTube, not in any of my courses, my top tier, best stuff I teach on the masterclass. You get to learn it live with me. It's limited to 100 spots only, and after that, it's gone. So when it's gone, it's gone. There is a early bird discount at the moment. So if you want to grab a discount, 48 hours only, and then the discount disappears and it goes back up to full price. So if you're interested in hanging out with me on the 24th of June, check it out in the pinned comment. Live masterclass. Okay, so this is a version of the automatic placement, and we're going to masquerade or disguise it by using the spectator's birthday. Now, if you know the person you're performing to, and you know the birthday, have them think of somebody that they know, and then you can use their birthday. All right, that's probably the easiest way to do this. So let's get into this mathematical principle. With their birthday, you're going to have them think of the month that they were born. So, and then you say, and you're going to remove the cards from the top of the deck and hide them somewhere. So let's say you were born, like you would go January, February, March. So you're showing them what you want them to do. Okay, so January, February, March, and then have them put the cards in the pocket. So let's say they're thinking of April, or they were born in April. So when you turn your back, they would do this: January, February, March, April. I can't say January, I'm not sure why. Right, you're going to take, so they would take that many cards, April, and they would put the cards in the pocket, like so. Okay, and then you turn back around and you say, again, we're going to use your birthday. It's a very, very special day. I want you to remember the card that falls at the month you were born. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to show them the one card from the top of the deck each time as you say the month, but you're going to put them in reverse order on the table. This is very important. So as you show them, you would say January, February, March, April. So they'd be thinking of this card, right? So April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Now remember, they just think of the cards. So you have to go through all of the months, yeah? January all the way till December, all the months, deal them down and tell them, you know, don't tell me when you've got it. Yeah, the idea is you don't have any idea of the card they're thinking of. Then you put these back on top, like so. And then to complete this sequence, you say, oh, and make sure you put the cards back. I'll turn away, just put the cards back in your pocket, so we're playing with a full deck. Okay. They put their cards back on top, and you are now set for the reveal. All right, so here's the big reveal, guys, and this is where it looks like you've gone horribly wrong. So you build it up. There's no way I can know the month you were born in. There's no way I can know how many cards you took and put in your pocket. There's no way I can know the card you're thinking of. This has been here for the whole time. You're just leading them down the garden path here because they think this is going to be the prediction. They're already like, no way. Okay, you show them this card. You show them what you wrote, and in this case, it's 3 of diamonds, right? And of course, it looks like you've messed up horribly. It looks like a complete train wreck. You say, no, that's something to do, that's important. We're going to get to that in a second. And you leave that out like so. All right, you just leave it on the table. I'm going to leave it like that. Right, you then have them cut the deck. So have them just do a single cut and cut the top half to the right, like so. Then you say, and we'll use any pile you want. Which pile do you want to use? Now, if they say this pile, turn it face up and say, great, okay? You're always going to turn the bottom pile, the one that was the original bottom half, face up. So which pile do you want to use? If they say that one, you go, great, turn it face up. If you say that one, you say, great, we'll use that pile, and you turn this face up. So it doesn't matter. When it seems like they've got a free choice. Then you just deal out the cards like so. Now in this case, we're looking for the 3 of diamonds, right? Because of the automatic placement, when they put the cards from the pocket back on top of the deck, it put the selection 13th from the top. Now, of course, we've memorized the card that's 13th from the bottom. So when we're dealing out the cards like so, the card opposite the predicted card will always be the selection. It is a super brilliant mathematical principle. I love these. I don't like mathematical tricks, but this doesn't seem like it, and it's very, very interesting. I love this. Remember guys, if you like the video, don't forget to like, subscribe. We're doing that masterclass on the 24th of June, so if you want to come and hang out with me and study with me live, it's the best way to learn. The link to that is in the pinned comment. Also, if you're ready to move beyond self-working tricks and when you want to get into sleight of hand, then don't forget to follow my Vault membership. That is also in the pinned comment. Pro level tricks and routines into your inbox every single Wednesday, and it helps you grow and progress. You get new material every single week. Thanks a lot guys. I will see you soon in the next video.